Hello and welcome to the Welsh Triathlon Super Series. We're back in South Wales for the penultimate event. Port Einon, some 15 miles southwest of the centre of Swansea on the Gower Peninsula, hosting an Olympic distance event that may well decide the overall series winners. Hostile conditions mean they're in for a rough ride today. Liam Lloyd is back trying to make it 4 out of 4. Hannah Monday will be racing, but Florence Swan is the new star of the women's series, having won the Snowman Triathlon. This is a designated area of outstanding natural beauty. It used to be popular with the smugglers. Now the tourists come year-round. The RNLI are very much in evidence, and all the locals remember the story of the 1916 lifeboat disaster. 3 young lifeboatmen perishing off the Oxwich Point, and the competitors will pass their memorial as they work their way up to the high part of the bike course on the moorland near Reynoldston. Now they'll need to keep their eyes out for wild ponies and cattle as they pass Arthur's Stone and Broadpool. Where they can, they must attack the course and enjoy the downhills. That part of the course is at least an hour away. For now, the focus is on the waves. Unlike many, Florence Swan doesn't seem to be bothered. Liam Lloyd heads the standings in the men's competition. 3 wins from 3 races. Llanelli, the Steelman, Bala. He sat out the Snowman, and a win here will seal the series title. His running has been consistently a potent weapon. He's going to be hard to stop. 100 points today for the win, and the bulk of the prize money is his. Alex Matchett cleaned up last year with 6 wins from 6 races, but he's had more work, less training, and virtually no racing. His form has suffered. He missed the Steelman, and he was well beaten by the Snowman, and he must win today to have any chance of retaining his title. His transitions have to be perfect, and surely he needs a lead out of T2 to hold off Liam Lloyd. Sam Wade is also in the frame. 3rd in Llanelli, 3rd in Bala. 2 wins in the last 2 will put him into the top 3, and he's confident he can do it. There are the standings. Wade down in 8th, Matchett 5th, 180 points, and Liam Lloyd sitting on top with 300.
I had a really good series, and with 3 wins out of 3 now, I'm kind of in the driving seat to get the overall win. But yeah, it's never a done deal with the boys I'm racing against, and I just think, still got to keep my A game on in the last 2 races. I'll be using a lot of my bike skill so that I can take it a little bit easier around the running course. But yeah, I think the guys will be, they'll be on top of me, I think.
The run course is really tough. You've got the running along the beach on the sand, which on tired legs is going to be difficult. In a lot of ways, it's more like a cross-country race than anything. And obviously, Liam's got a good cross-country background. So yeah, I think it's something that he'll look forward to. But I'm looking forward to it as well.
In the last 2 races, I feel like I've maybe not raced as best as I could. I know Liam's been racing very well, but you need to think that on your best day you can still sort of try and beat him. So I know I'm in a lot sort of better shape and feel a bit fresher, so hopefully that will show.
In the women's series, Rhiannon Roxburgh leads. 3 times she's finished 2nd, so she's skipping today, hoping memories of the Snowman melt away and planning to put everything into the Sandman, the final event where she is the defending champion. Florence Swan is an athlete on the rise. She was 3rd in Port Talbot and produced a stunning win in the Snowman Triathlon. Her future may lie in the longer distances. It seems the tougher it is, the better it is. A win here, and Monday will be under pressure next Sunday. Swan's greatest asset seems to be her attitude. Her will is certainly a match for her skill. Hannah Monday led both Llanelli and Port Talbot from start to finish. She's never far behind the best men out of the water, and she's not been under pressure. Today will be a test of her rough water swimming. If she comes through that and wins, she's back in the driving seat as far as the series is concerned. She's missed 2 with injury. She can't afford a mistake. Roxburgh leads on 2.65, Swan 2.50, Middleton 2.25. It's desperately close.
I think as the season's gone on, each result has got better and better. I'm hoping this one I can get a top 5, and then it will place me within the top 3 of the overall standings out of the series, so that's what I'm looking to do here. I haven't recce'd the course, but I definitely prefer going into the race unknown, not aware of what the course is, rather than thinking, oh no, I've got to do another lap of that. So I think this course will favour me.
I've trained all over these roads pretty much every week, so yeah, love the course. But at this point I would have liked to have raced 3 races, this being my 4th race, whereas now I've only done 2 races. Although I've got 2 wins, which is a good place to be, I've got to finish the next 2 races to count in the series, so yeah, I can't have anything like a puncture or mechanical on the bike. I've got to finish.
Well, that's the sort of pressure that most athletes don't enjoy. Hannah Monday has got to live with it. There are 1 or 2 nervous-looking athletes out there, and it's the waves that are causing the concern. Those who've trained in rough water will benefit. 1,500 metres, 2 laps, and an Australian exit. And away they go, the men and women all starting together, and that's a big advantage for the likes of Hannah Monday. The start well timed, a big set just coming through, and spectacular scenes as they head out at the start of the penultimate race in the Welsh Triathlon Super Series. This is a mental battle as well as a physical one.
The surf is looking about 6-foot waves, and I think that means that you've just got to increase your cadence in the swim, and yeah, being on feet might not be as much benefit as it would be if it was a flat swim. So it's going to be challenging, I think, but I can't see anyone breaking away as such on the swim.
Well, that looks like the straight arms of Alex Matchett that are leading, and Matchett desperate to put in a good result after his disappointment in Snowdonia and the Snowman Triathlon. He did not enjoy that one bit, and he desperately needs the points today. Hannah Monday looking pretty comfortable, the best swimmer in the women's series so far, but she's lost touch with the leading men. That's unusual, but the conditions are largely responsible for that. Out comes Monday, and we're waiting for Swan. There is Swan, who's had a much better swim relative to Monday than we're used to seeing. Second lap, 750 metres or so, still to go. And if Monday doesn't pull clear, we're going to have an interesting battle on the bikes. Rhiannon Middleton, who's been a solid performer and a regular performer in the series. Well, you either go over the wave or under it, not through it. Now the leaders will be catching up with the tail enders on their second lap. In fact, out they come, and it looks as though we've got Alex Matchett, who's first in. Kieran John, another good swim from him. Liam Lloyd, never far behind. It's been a familiar story from Lloyd. 4th or 5th out of the water, 4th or 5th onto the bike, and then he puts the pedal down. Sam Wade, well, he talks confidently before every race, but there's always something that goes wrong. It hasn't happened so far today. Wade is away. Lloyd is only, what, 20, 25 seconds behind him as we see the leading women come into transition. Swan and Monday side by side, and it's Swan who gets the better transition. She has improved so fast this season, and you can see the concern on Hannah Monday's face. She's not faced this in the Super Series so far this year. 37 kilometres on the bike, There's a lot of climbing, there's a lot of descending, some technical turns. The steeper the climb, the better Florence Swan seems to do. Matchett is back in the position that he got familiar with last year. Total whitewash in the series last year. And this man is the man who's denied him so far this year. Lloyd goes through. And if he's up to his usual tricks, he'll ease off and wait for someone else to set the pace. Well, it's not going to be one of these guys. They are more concerned with finishing than winning. And of course, there are lots of little rivalries going on within the race as we look at Liam Lloyd come to the top of one of the bigger climbs. Stunning area to race, the Gower. And certainly an advantage for people like Hannah Monday who know the roads inside out. Florence Swan leading the race. She's getting used to this. She had a good battle with Roxburgh on the bike ride and the snowman. Today she's up against Hannah Monday. Sam Wade, good fast descent from him. He's moved into second place ahead of Alex Matchett. And this is the man he's chasing. No easing up so far from Liam Lloyd. Maybe the tactics will be different today. A win and he can sit out the finale of the season. For Florence Swan, if she wins, then all she has to do is beat Hannah Monday in the final race of the season. Easier said than done. Lloyd still pushing hard, but he's looked down at that back wheel a few times.
I think I might have a puncher.
Oh, you have, yeah.
Have I got a puncher? Yeah.
Yeah, you got a puncher.
Is there anything I can do? Oh, there's nothing I can do.
Sorry?
There's nothing I can do.
No.
Change it.
Well, he's not carrying a spare, as you can see, and it's a slow puncture, so he may be able to ride on for a while, but he's still got some 4 kilometres to go to the finish of the bike ride. I guess it could have happened earlier on, but it's bad luck nonetheless. No, he's decided it's safer to stop. Now, most athletes would give up at this stage, but not Liam Lloyd. Here he goes. Surely he's not going to run 3.5k into the finish. Well, it looks as though that is his intention. Now, he's going to have some sore feet and some bruised heels at the end of this, but that's the measure of the man. Sam Wade is the man in second position at the moment, and he's now closing fast on the race leader. You can see only 50 metres. He'll be flying past. Now, Wade is carrying a spare. Is he going to offer it? Not a chance. Well, he hasn't got time, and to be fair, he doesn't know whether it's a mechanical or a puncture that is Lloyd's problem. But he finds himself now as the race leader, and he's got to be more concerned with Alex Matchett rather than Liam Lloyd. After 3 successive victories, luck has gone against him. Is this going to affect the overall series? Welcome back to the Welsh Triathlon Super Series. We're into the penultimate event, and Florence Swan has once again shone. She came out of the water just behind Hannah Monday, but a brilliant transition put her in the lead. Liam Lloyd, it was all looking so good as he was going for his 4th win, but a puncture just over 3 kilometres from home in the bike ride has put pay to his chances of winning. Sam Wade has gone through, Alex Matchett has gone through, and all he can do now is hope that he can finish in the top 3. He deserves it, running the last section of the bike. Sam Wade entering the second transition, and for the first time this year, he has a clean lead. Can he convert this into a victory? He runs pretty well, but generally, he's 20-25 seconds slower than the likes of Lloyd and Matchett. The helmet comes off first time. A 2-lap course on the run. and there's a big climb to be taken on each time round. Matchett was the king of transitions last year, but Wade has learnt from him. And Sam Wade, over a minute and a half quicker on the bike ride, is certainly in the stronger position. James Granfield, the third man to go past our former race winner, Liam Lloyd, as Sam Wade strides it out down the beach here at Port Einon. Here he comes. Well, this is great to see. So many. Most would have given up, but not Liam Lloyd. Matchett, some 400, 450 metres behind the race leader. Lloyd has a look at those coming into transition. Florence Swan has had another superb day. She heads Hannah Monday into transition, and for the first time this year, we're going to see which one of those two is quicker on the final stage. Well, the conditions are not good for spectating, but as a racer, a little bit of rain won't even be noticed. Matchett does not look like his normal self. He's still covering the ground well, but he is not gaining on Sam Wade, who's having an absolute flyer. 10 kilometres, remember. Applause for Liam Lloyd, and that is purely because he knows what an effort Lloyd went through to get to T2. The bouncing stride of Florence Swan, very, very different to that of Hannah Monday, who's got a much more economical running style. But Monday has time to close. 11:30, 1 hour 11:30 on the bike for Monday, 1:10:29, so a minute between them on the bike. Liam Lloyd working his way back up into the top three. Looks at James Granfield, who's not born to be a runner, but he's done well to get to this stage. Swan on the big climb for the first time, and she'll be confident after her performance up Moel Shabod in the snowman triathlon. Sam Wade starting his second lap, and that's the worst of the climbing over, and that might just seal it for him. He's running well, and in fact, for the first time this year, he's producing better splits than Alex Matchett. Florence Swan, she'll be looking to run around the 40-minute mark. And Sam Wade is on his way home, just under 500 metres to go. He's going to record his first win in the series. That means 2/3 and a first place this year. That puts him in the running for the overall win in the series, because the final event is weighted by some 25%. 100 points today. If he wins on Anglesey, that will be 125. Alex Matchett, 3 times now he's finished in runners-up position. He's in the running for the overall, and so is this man. Today's result is unlikely to count, but it's a good insurance should things go wrong in Anglesey. 3 wins and a 3rd place for Liam Lloyd, and a big, big smile on his face. Some you win, some you don't.
Sam, many congratulations. First win of the season in this series for you.
Yeah, first win, it feels really good. Really tough race, which makes it even sweeter, so yeah, really pleased.
Did you see your chance when you saw Liam have his puncture?
I saw it when I did feel bad, but you just have to sort of get on with it and just sort of continue your race, because I still had Alex not too far behind, so I had to think about, trying to secure that first place.
Snowman didn't go as I'd liked it to, so it's nice to get a result back on the board, and reasonably happy with my performance. Definitely areas that I can improve on, but no, happy overall.
Just gutted, really. I knew if I got the win today, I would have sealed the series. I knew I'd pushed really hard on the bike, and I think that in my head I knew that I can still have a good run and potentially finish on the podium still, and that picks up points going into the last race. I think maybe in the final I'll take some puncture repair kit with me just to be safe.
That sounds like a plan. Well, there are the points, 385 to Lloyd. The lead looks huge, but Matchett and Wade have only got 3 races counting at the moment. 125 points on offer for the winner in Anglesey. So any one of the top 3 could win the series. Florence Swan, just over 400 metres to go to the finish, and victory looks assured for her. Hannah Monday has put up a good effort, but she didn't get the usual lead coming out of the water. No wonder Swan is smiling. That's 2 wins in succession, another 100 points, and she'll work out pretty soon that if she wins in Anglesey, the title is hers. Great work from the youngster. Hannah Monday, it was all going so well in rounds 1 and 2, beaten for the first time. That injury must have played a part.
Flo, many congratulations. You seem to be flying through that course.
Yeah, I felt really strong today going out on that swim. The chop, it's something I'm used to. I train back at home in the sea, so I got on that bike and I was just like, my legs are feeling amazing, so I just went for it. And I got on that run and I was just like, I've got this, I've got this.
Hannah, many congratulations, coming back from injury in a 2nd position.
Yeah, really happy with that. I did the best race that I could, and really happy to be on the start line to start off with, and to finish the races. You know, that's half the battle, isn't it? So yeah.
And heating up for the last round of the series.
Yeah, it's going to be tight. We've made it exciting, haven't we?
What a climax we're going to have. The scriptwriters couldn't have got it better. If either Swan or Monday win in the final event, they will take the title. And if Roxburgh wins and the others finish outside the top 3, then Roxburgh will take the title for 2019. And the team title is every bit as close. There's something for everyone.
Great event, you know, another one ticked off after Bala last time out, so brilliant.
Well done. 2nd ever Olympic triathlon, so really chuffed to finish.
Toughest one I've ever done. I couldn't wait to finish, but it's done now and I'm glad. It was really good.
Everyone was so helpful, everyone cheering each other on up the hills, up around the course. It was just fantastic, really good.
Loads of support, just brilliant, yeah, fantastic.
They've had wind, they've had waves, they've had rain, but it's taken none of the fun out of this event.
All 4 seasons in one day, just what the doctor ordered.
Standard Gower weather.
The Gogs may have left their star performer Rhian Roxburgh behind, but they've sent a select team just to hold on to the spot at the top of the team table.
We brought 4 down just to try and sort of keep us at the top, but come Sandman, the next event, you'll see hundreds of us. Yeah, we're going to go in force.
Pembrokeshire will have to match them if they want to win the title this year. Cardiff, remember, won it last year, sitting down at 4th at the moment, just behind Celtic. So the individual and the team titles still to be decided. Just 1 race to go. We head north, Newborough Forest hosting it in Anglesey, and that's going to be an absolute cracker. Everyone will need to be on form if they want to be the Super Series champion for 2019.